This is the Moonwalkers Chat Podcast, and we are here thrilling you tonight. Yes, we are. Yes, we are going live tonight. Yo, let me stop.
Hey, it's your girl, Dove Angel D.
Yo, this is your boy, just Mr. P.
You're watching the Moonwalkers Chat Podcast.
And this is the only place to be
if you're a real Michael Jackson fan. Ow!
I love the intro. Every time I hear it, I sit behind the scenes laughing every time.
I sing along every single time I hear it. I swear, I'm not lying. What's up, Moonwalkers?
What's going on, Moonwalker family? How's it going, everybody? Today is September 19th, 2021, and this is our 6th season and our 54th episode. So, yes. Wow. Yeah, right?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm just like still shocked that we are really 54 episodes in and 6 seasons. Wow.
Right. Yep.
But how's it going?
That's
out
a
there
lot.
with you
and
guys?
I mean, we're 2 years in now.
I know, which is crazy.
Everything's good. Everything is good on my end. And how's everybody here in on the channel, in the chat? How's everybody doing?
Let's see. We have T. Jamal. We have Kristen.
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
Janessa.
What's up, Janessa?
What's up? Kristen says, I finally made it. Right. I know. Welcome back. It's been a while. Oh, wow. Lawana. Hope all is well. Amber is here. What's up? Sandy, what's up? Janessa says, love your singing. Do your thing. Missed you so much. Aww. Well, we're glad to be back because this is the first podcast back during our 6th season. So, yeah.
Yeah. And we're coming back strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And T. Jamal just so happened to ask about something we're going to talk about today. Did you see
so stay tuned, T. Jamal,
where he talked about saving Michael's life? It's wow. Right on time, because we are going to talk about that today. Yep. You are psychic, my friend. You are psychic. Says, hey, Daryl and Dove. What's up? Everything is going great, Amber. Everything is going great. Laying back and ascended. Oh, what's up? You joined today.
Hey.
That's crazy, though.
Hey, Velma. That's our own Velma.
Coming with the Scooby facts.
Yes.
Not even Scooby snacks, Scooby facts. Oh, wow. That was actually a good question. And it ties right into what we were going to discuss today. I mean, we're going to discuss quite a bit, but that left me stunned for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, how did you know that was going to happen? I'm shocked.
Do you have a crystal ball, T. Jamal?
Yeah, I'm shocked. So you can hear it in my voice right now. Like, wow, that was just random that you asked that, and we're going to talk about that today.
Hey, Dodo. Long time no see. How are you doing?
What's going on, Dodo? But yes, so where do we begin?
I don't know. I really don't know. It kind of like all depends, because if our own Miss Velma is busy or not busy, if we're going to keep that towards the end of the show, if she's willing to join now and tell us, whatever she needs to tell us. So if you can join now, can you reply back, please? So we get that out of the way. You can go about your thing that you told me.
Right, that was you that asked that a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't remember who it was that asked, but we did end up watching the episode together, and we also learned something else from MJ himself. Well, nothing recent; it's old, of course, but we're gonna get down to that nitty gritty
Right.
shortly. But that was T.
Oh,
Jamal that had asked us to watch the episode a couple of weeks ago.
oh well, thank you, T. Jamal. That
Yeah,
was pretty interesting.
that was
Oh, she can join now. She can do it now. Okay,
right.
that's
So
cool. Can you put the link in the comments, please? Not in the comments, in the
yes,
chat.
yes, I sure can. All right, let me.
Oh, Kristen, that's a good question, and that question is about to get answered right now. Geez, you guys are all psychic today.
I know, right? Everybody got a crystal ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. All right, I just posted the link and we can get this started. Yep, so we've talked about the 2300 Jackson Street Monument quite a bit on this podcast and got different updates on it. And of course, we have more updates on this. And now we have an actual insider who actually got to visit the house and has been in front of that house and took pictures in front of that house and
Yeah.
everything. We shared all of that a couple of podcasts ago, but she's actually here where she can tell you guys herself what she actually seen and what she actually knows. So we're just waiting for her to join and we'll get there. But yeah, so Dove, 2300 Jackson Street Monument. What you got?
Hmm. What do I got? Well, the tea has already been spilled, as you guys know. You know, the monument is not up. I happen to be on Gloria's Live. If you guys don't know her, that's King of Pop Radio. And someone, was going back and forth with me about, oh, there's been something to replace it. It's been put up in Gary and this and that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, if I'm wrong about something, please let me know. Send me the receipt so I can, tell you people and inform people, right? And I can correct them.
Right.
So that person said, yeah, sure, for sure. I'm going to DM you because I have the article, or she had footage. He or she, I don't know what it was. Guess what? Up until this day, still nothing, in Michael's words. So my my guess was, okay, this is not going anywhere. So what did I do? I Googled and nothing popped up on Google. So I was like, okay, maybe it's something recent and it hasn't been put up yet, as in, regarding information or whatever. But since it's MJ related, I was like, how is this, tied to MJ and there's nothing on the internet about it, right? So I guess,
Right.
I was like, okay, so I guess this is just somebody that just wanted to go back and forth. Because as you all know, within this community, even though there are wonderful people in it, some other people are very annoying and they just think they're 100% actual and factual. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
When they're not. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, she's just joined us.
Oh, okay.
She is
Hey.
backstage. Are you ready? Let me add her to the screen.
You know the drill. If you don't want to use the camera, just shut off your camera and use audio only.
I'll wait till because I know she said she didn't want to appear on camera. She could turn her
Yeah.
camera off.
Yeah. So whenever you're ready, just say go.
But she's backstage. Let me see. Kristen says I'm no psychic, but I'm an empath. Okay, you got it. You got it. Janessa says, unfortunately, I don't have any information about nothing. However, love everyone, continued success. Exactly. I agree with you on that one.
You're always right, even when you're wrong, Sandy. That's funny. Prince has confirmed that the MJ estate has something up their sleeve. Yeah, the Prince is always saying, look, don't get me started on Prince, the peacock guy, please.
Well, I'm typing to her now. Oh wait, I think she's fine with going on camera. Well, let me add her.
Listen.
All right.
I'll get you
What's
something.
going on, you?
Can you all see me?
Hey, girl.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
girl.
Let's see. Oh, well.
We can hear you. Hold on. It went black.
Abby, I will get you something to drink, okay? Elephants, look.
Looks like you guys are out on a family outing. We're
Yeah.
intruding.
I'm at the zoo.
Oh, wow. I would so love to go to the zoo.
Representing at the zoo. I don't know if you can see
There
me.
you
There
go.
you go.
Got
There
my
you
Thriller
go.
shirt on.
The Thriller.
Now, if you wanted to know about the house, I'm sorry, I got a child that's very upset with me right now, so I can't stay on long.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I know you need something to drink. We're going. About the house, what did you guys want to know about it? Did you want to know what I heard from the lady I talked to who lived there?
yeah.
Well, you can start there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I met her when I went to the house on June 25th, and she gave me her email address. So I emailed her and asked her, what did you hear anything about something coming in to replace it? And she said, no, I haven't heard anything, but I'll drive by the house and see what I can find out. Well, that was last week, and she drove by and she said, there's nothing. I haven't heard anything. So as of right now, it's just like it was in June, to my knowledge.
There you go. There you go.
Come on, this way.
And
Yeah.
even then, when you had went to the house back in June, wait, was it June or was it August?
It was June 25th.
It was June 25th.
Because there's
And
nothing that way.
a lot of people were still saying that even then that monument was replaced. And I've seen you take photos there in front of the house and nothing was there.
Right.
So I was wondering, where did that story come from? I'm like, wait, but we see someone literally posting pictures in front of the house and nothing is there. What do you guys
Yeah, there was
talking
nothing
about?
there. I mean, anybody who wanted to know about it could message me or get on my account and watch my live. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it was nothing there.
Right.
Yeah.
And even after
Yeah,
we had showed
so-
your video footage, not the video footage, the photos, that nothing was there,
Yes, please.
it was still literally arguments
Uh-huh.
saying that we're wrong. And I'm like, how? When she was actually there.
In front of you behind the monkey.
Okay.
That's the right
Thank
side.
you. Thank you. Okay. I have to leave you all.
All right. Well, we appreciate you
All
stopping
right,
by
girl.
and
Well,
dropping
thank
that
you
on
very
us.
much for your
No problem. No problem.
Enjoy the
Yes.
rest of your family outing.
Bye.
Love you, girl. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
All right.
So there we go. There we have it. See? So for the girls in the balcony, there's nothing there, okay? The monument is gone, okay? And I won't take off my glasses this time. Yeah, that was
Right.
Michael.
But she actually visited the house, so that's a different story for someone to go there with their own two eyes and with the camera, armed with the camera, ready to take photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should close the chapter on that story once and for all. We actually got her to come on for a quick second. We know that she's busy with her family, and we are very grateful that she was able to come on and actually say what she had to say regarding the monument and what we've been saying for months now, that nothing is absolutely positively not there.
Yeah. Not to replace it, not a new thing, not nothing. So
Nope.
and this comes
up,
from
Henry?
her Hey Henry, who actually was there on June 25th. Plus she has an insider in Gary, Indiana, who lives, I think, across from the Jacksons. So we have we have both insiders right now. We have our own insiders now. Aren't we interesting? Anyway. Yeah. So yeah. For the ones who missed it, there you go. No new monument is up in Gary, Indiana, to represent Michael, which is a damn shame.
And now that that's over,
Yeah.
I'm glad we can close the chapter on that altogether, because I mean it's been dragging on for months, and even though so many different proofs against the naysayers that are saying something's there versus the ones who actually have proof that nothing's there, it can finally be shut down.
Yes. So thank you, Miss Velma, for
Yes.
your input. Hey, Miss Caribbeana, long time no see.
Oh
She's on
wow, long
Instagram.
time no
She's on
see.
Instagram.
Kristen says Prince has confirmed that the MJ estate has something up their sleeve. Did they mention what that is?
That Prince allegedly is going to work together with the estate regarding some of his father's, I don't know if it's music, footage, video, short films, whatever, something, up that alley. But I'm like, nah, I don't. I'll believe it when I see it. That's why I said, not the Peacock guy. Don't get me started on the Peacock guy because, by the way, Prince is for me the Peacock guy because he always, is really into peacocks and stuff.
Let me see. Sandy says, as you may recall, a friend of mine and myself called the mayor's office, and we were told the monument was removed by Janet to do a video, which of course,
Didn't happen. Last I
didn't
heard,
happen.
there you go. Yeah, and it's still
Oh
in the
wow.
backyard. It's still in the backyard, face down, covered up with a tarp or whatever it's called, a cloth, whatever it's called. So it's still in the same state after 12 years now.
And that's a little too much because they honestly should be showing a lot more respect for that.
No, girl, you're fine. Thank you so much for joining, and we really appreciate you. I'm just gonna call you Velma from now on if you're on the podcast because I know your personal stuff and your job and everything. So yeah, thank you. Exactly, Janessa. I don't trust this state either. I really don't.
Yep, but it's still in the backyard. I think we showed the screenshots of it in the backyard under that blue tarp.
Yep. Yep. And if you want to see the footage, it's on my Instagram account. I have a video about it, about a whole, there's different videos about a MJ museum that never happened, about the monument, how it went down, where it is right now, and it's still in the same, under the same circumstances that it was from the beginning. Which is very sad, but it is what it is.
It really is. Luana says the monument has been gone. Kim Whitley was there a year ago on Instagram and was wondering what happened to the monument. Oh, wait, the actress, she visited the house? I wasn't even aware of that. Wow. So, see, even celebrities have visited that house and they've seen that it's gone. Wow, I wasn't aware of that. Thank you for that, Luana.
Yeah, Luana, if you talk to her, whatever, refer her to us. We got the tea.
Thank you again, laying back in his tenderness, for joining us.
Why do they do what?
Trust the estate.
Oh, I don't trust the estate either. Miss Caribbeana says, but why do they do that?
they claim it was for a video of sorts. I don't know what video they actually needed to take it down for, but apparently it must have been really important because the video never came out. If anything was actually filmed there, it's a little fishy. I don't know. I ain't trying to say nothing, but all signs point to jealousy. If I had to shake a magic 8 ball,
She
and
is Wessel's Amalia, Miss Caribbeana. Sorry. It's in
Wessel's
the
no, it's okay.
yeah, it's in the we'll put it in the description box so you can find me on Instagram. That's good that she's got her water. Don't worry about it. You guys have fun and enjoy your day.
On to a semi-hilarious topic. I don't know how to begin this one, but this is kind of funny, but not funny at the same time because I don't want to make fun of anyone's personal hygiene. But this is a story that Ashton Kutcher and his wife Mila Kunis have put out maybe about a month or two ago about them not liking to bathe and things like that. And this has become a major topic. So sometime last week when Ashton Kutcher was invited to the ESPN network to do sports chat with some of the anchors there, of course, there were fans that were there attending and they started, shouting at him. And you won't believe what they shouted.
That he needed to wash his buttocks?
They hell yeah. They was like, take a bath, take a bath, take a bath. I was like, oh my God. I was like, why would y'all even tell anyone that? That's your private business. I mean, by all means, if they choose to not, cleanse their skin every single day, they don't have to share that. But now he's offended by what happened, but he had to save face on that show and ignore it. But he was pissed behind what happened. He felt embarrassed. And I could understand it, but something that serious, I think I would keep to myself.
Right. I mean, he put himself out there. He put his kids out there. And mind you, those who eventually bully them or whatever to say, oh, you stink, you do, or I don't want to play with you because you don't wash yourself or whatever. You have to think about the kids first. In my opinion. That's my opinion.
Exactly. But then the story went even further, and I don't want to mention the kids, but they also said they don't clean the kids either unless they're dirty. And I said, wow. So you don't include the kids in that sort of mess. But I mean, to each their own. I can't judge them as parents, but I just found that story to be strange, but they can say whatever they want because we're all entitled to our freedom of expression and choice. There's no denying that. But me personally, I think I would have kept that to myself.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, if that's your choice as a grown-up, that's your own freaking choice. But don't pull your kids into your, whatever your beliefs are or whatever you feel like doing. Like, do you, but leave your kids out of it. This kind of like reminds me of something that happened here in Spain. This is off topic, but it kind of like reminds me of it. So there was this set of parents, right? And they have 3 little kids that go to school, right? And the parents choose not to wear masks, right? Because they say the sea is not real. It's all a conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. So their choice is not to wear a mask. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But what did they do? They sent their kids to school with no mask on. And the principal was like, wait, hold on a second. We can't let your kids into the school like this because every other kid who goes to school here has to obey and follow the rules, which is wear a mask, like we've all been taught for over the past 2 years, right? Dealing with this thing. Have your hygiene, have your things, have your Lysol, whatever you're using on you, your your gel, So they couldn't attend classes. What happened? Those 3 children got taken away from the parents. That's how serious it is.
Right.
And that proves my point of, I don't care what your choices are in life, but if you're a parent, you should think about your children first. And it doesn't
Seriously.
matter what you think or what you feel or what you believe in. You can do you, but at least think about your children and what they have to endure when they go to school.
And that's the one thing that crossed my mind is, them as parents releasing a story like that, knowing that your children have to go to school and them putting out information about them not cleaning their kids. What do they think other kids may say to their children at school?
Yeah, and kids have no filter.
No, none whatsoever.
And they don't say stuff because they're mean or I know some kids are bullies. I know there are very bad kids out there. But usually under normal circumstances, let's just say that kids just don't have filter. They are very honest. And if, one of the kids had a funky smell, they're going to tell you. They're going to say, oh, no, you're gross. I don't want to sit beside you. You smell funny. That's how kids are.
Exactly. I think the children need homeschool for now on until the situation is resolved.
Hmm.
I mean, that can be an option, but something like that, I think maybe just keep that out of the public eye, because in the long run, that can affect the kids. You never know what can happen. I mean,
Yeah.
if per se that got to school staff or a counselor or something at school, that's something that they could report to social services as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's opening a gateway of trouble, and that's not something you want to bring on yourself, nor do you want to bring on your children. AMA medical book from 1984. Blank is a common
T.
cold. Go
Jamal.
look it up. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that particular topic, because that was to me overtly interesting. I just don't know. I'm just like, wow. Now there's another topic that I wanted to talk about as well. The MJ almost drowning story, and this was brought to us by T. Jamal. He had suggested this a couple of episodes ago. Thank you for the reminder, because I'm like, wait, why did we watch that? Why did we watch it? I didn't remember exactly why, but anyways. But the episode of Celebrity Close Call, it's on Amazon, and there was an episode that featured Jermaine Jackson and his story that he had given about saving Michael's life from a rip current outside of his home in Los Angeles. And Jermaine in the story says that he went out there swimming, searching for Michael, couldn't find him, but then found him and did CPR on him and yada, yada, yada after he saved him. But at the same time, that episode, doesn't match to what MJ said in his Moonwalk book, and I'm going to read it to you guys. Is it okay with you, Dove?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Let me go to it. Now, this comes from Michael's Moonwalk book, recalling the same situation. I mean, Jermaine recalls it one way, and Michael recalls it a totally different way. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not trying to take away from Michael's situation. Maybe during his potential drowning, he possibly had a memory lapse or memory loss where he thought he walked up to the beach and told Jermaine that something's not right. My lung, if I can't breathe or whatever, I'm not sure. Because it has happened where people have hallucinated while drowning. But anyways, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just speculating. And this is Michael's account of the situation in the Moonwalk book. Now, the whole wish period was a time of stress and anxiety. Even though I was enjoying myself, I remember July 4th of that year very well because I was on the beach at my brother Jermaine's house about a half a block away along the waterfront. I was messing around in the surf and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. No air, nothing. I asked myself, what's wrong? I tried not to panic, but I ran back to the house to find Jermaine, who took me to the hospital. It was wild. A blood vessel had burst in my lung. It has never reoccurred, although I used to feel little pinches and jerks in there that were probably my imagination. I later learned that this condition was related to pleurisy. It was suggested by my doctor that I try to take things a little slower, but my schedule would not permit it. Hard work continued to be the name of the game. And that's Michael's account of the situation. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Seeing that episode was interesting, but then at the same time, hearing what Michael had to say, I'm like, okay, well, so what happened? Did he drown and you pulled him out of the water? Or did he realize he was drowning and he ran to land before anything actually happened and he knew that he was potentially injured? Like, Dove, what is your thoughts on this?
Well, to be honest, after you send me the excerpt of, Moonwalk and Michael's own words, I mean, I'm not saying that Michael is lying, but like you said, maybe he doesn't recall the situation as it was, because if you can't breathe, how the hell are you gonna, even run for someone to help you?
Right.
And how can you diagnose yourself? I mean, as far as I know, Michael was no doctor. How the hell did he know that a vein popped in his lung? How do you know that? So maybe he didn't recall it the same way that it actually happened.
That's why I'm trying to understand the situation between Jermaine's account and Michael's account, because they're completely different accounts of the situation, which leaves me stuck in the middle, like, what actually happened?
Right.
Yeah, like, what do you guys think happened? Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on this particular story, because in Jermaine's account of the story, he saved his brother from drowning from a rip current, while Michael recalls actually running from the water and going to Jermaine to get help, and Jermaine taking him to the hospital. Like, comment your thoughts down below. I'm curious to what your thoughts are on this. Like, we'd like to know. Well, let me go see what they're saying in the chat. Gonna have to watch that episode. Yeah, check it out. And then also think about the story that Michael told, and it's just gonna really make you think, like, damn, what really happened? Like, what really happened? Please thumbs up. Yes, everybody, yes. Please hit that thumbs up button. Show us some love.
Yeah. Show us some love, people.
Janessa says, by the way, love the stories that you and Gloria does. Enjoy it, Dove.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janessa. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm saying, T. Jamal. It's way different, and it's very confusing because I'm like, what is the actual story, or whose stories, or maybe, who knows? Damn, like, this is confusing. Okay, hold up. Wait a second. Pause. Maybe both stories actually happened, and only half of each story, because maybe Jermaine seen that MJ was in peril, and maybe MJ does remember going to Jermaine for help, but the way he went to Jermaine for help was by calling his brother for help from the water, and Jermaine went out there to go save him. And maybe Michael felt that something wasn't right, because when your breathing is off. I mean, maybe he did diagnose himself, which he did, obviously due to that excerpt in the book, but you can feel when your breathing is off. So after a near drowning, your lungs would feel swole or puffed up due to the amount of water that they intake. And maybe he felt that. And that's probably what he felt, because if you know Michael was an avid reader, he read everything. He did read medical books too. So that's probably why he sat up there and diagnosed himself before they even made it to the hospital.
Yeah, but if he was drowning, if you're drowned, I've never drowned before, thank
No.
God. But if you're kind of like swallowing water and your head is going down the surface or whatever, that's how Jermaine explains it, right?
Yeah.
You can't call out for help.
Right.
You can't. And all Jermaine saw was he saw his brother's head like above water, and at a certain point, he was watching the fireworks, and he was like, "Oh shit, shoot, sorry, you didn't hear that, YouTube, sorry, yeah, fudge." He said, "My brother is in trouble. I don't see him anymore." So he went in the water, and he saw his brother underwater, and he pulled him out. So it's kind of like a confusing story where you don't know what's what, but I guess I don't know. It is what it is. But one thing is for sure, though, regardless of the version, it was Jermaine who saved his life. That doesn't change. So kudos to Jermaine for that, I guess.
Let me go back. All right.
Hey Gigi, what's up, girl?
I remember Jermaine telling the story. I'm going to try to ask Josh Jackson next time he goes live, because this is interesting. I wonder how much Taj would actually know on it.
My guess is not much.
Does anyone follow Michael on Telegram? What's Telegram? I've never heard of that. Is that something new? Some chat program or social media or something?
Yeah, that's a messaging app.
Maybe Michael just leaves the details out. He did go to the hospital, so maybe that was a diagnosis. That could have been the diagnosis, and maybe the way he wrote it in his book may be different than... Wait, how do I explain it properly? Okay, the way he wrote it in his book, he made it look like he already had a diagnosis before going to the hospital. That's the way it looked, being that he wrote it and penned it that way. So maybe he didn't mean that, and that diagnosis came after the hospital visit, potentially.
Right. I mean, if he was feeling pulls and jerks in there, like he put it in his book, right? That means that he was already dealing with, weird stuff going on in his chest, because if I recall right, I don't know in what tour it was, but he collapsed a couple of times, backstage. So, and he was, people say, oh, he was dehydrated, but we don't know the full facts on that. So maybe he was dealing with some kind of lung issue or whatever, and it just, that time was just that time too much. That was kind of like the last drop, and it just, the blood vessel or the vein popped in his lung, and it just went bad all the way.
You do have a point there. Hold on. What are y'all saying? I've never seen it. I gotta watch. Janessa says, I believe to give a person a benefit of the doubt. Of course. That's why we're trying to figure out, like, what happened with this particular story.
Yeah, but like I said, regardless of the version that's true, whether it's Michael's version or Jermaine's version, it still doesn't change the fact that it was Jermaine who got his brother out of trouble and who drove him to the hospital to save his life. So it wouldn't be the first time that he saves his life, quote unquote.
T. Jamal says he never talked about being in the water.
Right.
Wow, that was an interesting watch, and I was just like, wow, because I wasn't aware of either story. Even though I've read the Moonwalk book, I had to go back, and it's just like, wow, that's interesting. But it just still leaves me to wonder, like, damn, whose account is the actual account? Was it MJ's or Jermaine's? I was just about to say, she got cut out. What's going on?
Am I still here or no?
You're back.
Oh.
Yes, you're back. You're back. Now I wanted to give an update on another story that I had spoke about a couple of podcasts ago. Also, damn, so we're giving updates today. But this is about Miss Britney Spears. Now, Britney, if you remember me, kind of celebrating because everybody was on social media saying that Britney was freed from conservatorship, but come to find out she's still actually in court, currently fighting it. And the stipulations that are in this conservatorship that was brought forth by her father are just utterly ridiculous. I mean, the list is long, but I wrote down a couple of them so you guys can hear what her father requested of her and demanded through this conservatorship. But first, let me let you guys know what a conservatorship is if you're not aware of it. Now, a conservatorship is a legal concept in the United States where a guardian is appointed by a judge to manage the financial affairs and or daily life of another person due to physical or mental limitations. And these are some of the things that her father requested of her through this court document. Now, one of them was her parents get to dictate where she can live. Another one was they dictate what she can eat and can take away what she wants to eat based upon what they tell her to eat. Her dad controls all her money. She can't decide where or when she wants to work, which is why she left her Las Vegas residency. And she also can't date anyone or choose any of her own friends in life, according to this document. Now, I can imagine how she must feel because she's at a point in her life now where she's in control of herself and she's in control of what she went through in the past, being that she did have a mental breakdown. We do know that. It's not like it's not public knowledge, but she got that under control and she's managed to get her life in order where she was able to get back out there and start performing again, start interviewing again, start being in public comfortably, which is something that she actually lost the love for. And that's what her breakdown was about, between her sucky marriage to K-Fed and her not being comfortable anymore as this big musician who never ever had privacy, because she was like MJ. She started very young. You guys remember she was on the Disney Channel or the Disney what the hell was it? The Mickey Mouse Club? I can't remember because I didn't watch it. But she was on the Mickey Mouse Club, so she started very young. And this is a continuing story from famous person to famous person, how they start young and they end up going into this downward spiral by the time that they're older, reaching the mid stages of their career. And it's not uncommon. A lot of these singers and actors have been through it, and some of them aren't even here anymore to even express that they didn't like what was going on with them then, or they were able to express anything, period, to anybody without being judged for it because of the level of fame that they have. Dove, you still here? I'm wondering what happened. There you go.
Yeah, I went out and I came back in because otherwise my round thingy disappears and it looks weird on camera.
Got you.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, wow, I can understand how, as parents, her father wants to try to help her, but at the same time, trying to control her through such depths is what's going to make her mentally ill, which can cause her mental anguish and mental stress. And they don't actually consider that because that's like never having privacy, period. And then it's even worse being in the public eye, not having privacy and not having privacy from your own family because they can control your every move.
Yeah.
That would make her situation even worse.
Right.
I don't think they understand that, but she's still currently fighting to get this conservatorship gone. So yeah, it's still time to say free Britney, like for real, for real. But I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Dove?
I feel sorry for Brittany because I think, as we discussed privately, at the time when she signed that conservatorship, she wasn't like in a good mental state or whatever. Maybe she was, we all know that she has went through her things and her stuff and her drama. So maybe at that time, she thought maybe that's a good idea because I can trust my father. But I feel like her father took advantage of the situation. And now that she's doing better, and she's regaining her self-confidence and she wants to be, what she is, a grown-up woman who has, older children now. She wants to pick up her career. Now she's gonna really face a tough battle because if she wants to get out of that conservatorship, that means that her father needs to let go of everything that he's been um, in charge of up until now, which means a lot of money,
Right.
and that money is the root to all evil, right? So I'm seeing a very nasty court battle, very long, nasty court battle between father and daughter.
I see that as well. And it's not going to end well. It may end with her not even talking to him anymore because he's not willing to let go. And it just seems like he's trying to hold on to this forever.
Yeah, I mean, he's in full control of her life. I mean, to even dictate what you eat, when you go to the bathroom, who you date, who you become friends with, who you can talk to, who you can't interact with. Like, she's a grown, dot 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 woman right now. She's
Right.
very capable of making her own choices. So I can understand why she's like, you know what, I need to take control of my life now. I'm good. I want to regain control of everything. I'm stable now and I can do it. But her father probably is like, nah, baby girl, that's not going to happen because that means that I have to give up, uh, the big coin bag.
And he's always had his hands on her money from the beginning. So right now, to me, it's just coming off as greedy.
Right, right,
Very
right.
greedy and very selfish. And to me, right now, if she feels that she can be in control of herself and
She
make
should go for
decisions
it.
on her own without them, then
Yeah,
by all means, allow her that freedom of choice as a grown adult.
exactly. I do hope that she has a good lawyer or legal team behind her or whatever, to support her because if she doesn't, this is pretty much a lost battle.
Yeah,
So my thoughts are definitely with her though. Even though Britney as an artist is not my favorite, but as a person and as a mom and as a grown up adult, like I feel for her and I sympathize with her situation. So go for it, Britney. If you feel like you can do it, like go for it.
I'm right with you on that one. Like, I'm wishing her nothing but the best, and I'm hoping that she can kick ass in the courtroom and get out of this foolish situation that her father done put her in.
Right.
Now there was another topic that you had brought to me that I wasn't completely aware about. I mean, we've talked about this, and this was the Simpsons episode of Of course, the Simpsons had an episode where they featured Michael Jackson on it, and I learned recently from her that someone else voiced Michael's singing voice on the show. Now, I knew that that wasn't him singing, but I never knew who the hell sang it. And you had pointed out that it was someone named Kip Lennon.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either. That was a story that Terry TJ pointed out to me. Big shout out to my girl Terry TJ. Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, TJ.
Even though she's not here in the comment section, she'll see it later. So yeah, this was brought to me by her. I didn't know about this story. I never even realized that it wasn't MJ. I never questioned that it wasn't MJ, but there's a lot more behind than just the Simpson episode. It's, the Happy Birthday Lisa song wasn't MJ singing. If you guys have been on social media lately, there's been a little short video that was allegedly leaked or quote unquote leaked by I don't know who. And people were going nuts about it. If you guys remember the California Raisins thing, that's not MJ singing either. That's this Kip Lennon guy. And I was shocked. I was like, what? Really?
That's crazy, though, because I was not aware of who, but you can tell the voice alone was not MJ. I just didn't know who the hell or what the hell or...
I mean, I never paid it that much attention. I always assumed that it was MJ singing, But now that I know, I kind of do hear the difference.
It makes you notice the difference for sure now.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting. It's interesting, definitely.
Let me put his picture up on the screen for those of you who don't know. But this is him. And I'm just shocked to hear that, this was the guy behind the voice on the Happy Birthday, Lisa episode of The Simpsons. I mean, I'm not going to front. I really wasn't a fan of that episode. I'm not even really a fan of The Simpsons like that. But I was just like, no, it's a no for me. Because it was too campy for me, the song. I didn't like the song. I'm not going to deny it. I didn't like the song. It's your birthday, Lisa. Happy birthday, Lisa. I didn't like it. I thought it was so campy. I was like, oh, God. But I'm glad that it wasn't MJ that sang that, so that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, but how about the California Raisins thing, though? That's not MJ either.
I know. I'm just like, wow.
And even the American Dream thing. This guy was in the American Dream, dubbing Michael's voice. So I'm like, okay, so hold on a second. So he had body doubles, he had photo doubles, he had stuntmen that looked like him. He even has voice doubles. So it just makes you wonder, how many tricks does this man or did this man have up his sleeve, and it all has to do with, contractual, if that's a word, contractual ties with Epic Records at the time, and blah blah blah, and them not allowing MJ to use his own vocals, which is ridiculous to me. Because why would you have MJ in a studio, in a recording booth, together with this guy Kip Lennon, and you have the speaking part is all MJ, but you don't allow him to sing? I don't get that part. I really don't get it.
It makes me wonder, though, was it his request to not sing in the episode? Or was he actually told to not? Or that he can't?
I have something written down of the whole article. I wrote kind of like the head, not the headlines, but the highlights of the story. So if you
Mhm.
guys want to hear about it, I can read it to you. Um, so it says why Michael Jackson had his authorized sound-alike perform his songs on The Simpsons and California Raisins. When Michael Jackson agreed to lend his voice to the show, he let someone else take over when it came to sing. Mike Rice, writer and producer of The Simpsons, recalled when Jackson reached out to the show, creator Matt Grunig, whatever his name is, and requested to be on the show. Rice recalled in 2018 in his book Springfield Confidential Jokes, Secrets, and Outright Lies from a lifetime writing for The Simpsons, Jackson read the script and offered some funny suggestions. He pitched the scene where Bart tells the town Michael Jackson's coming to visit. And he added the scene where Michael writes Happy Birthday Lisa with Bart. When Jackson came into voice, his scenes, the production team soon realized that acting wasn't his strength. If I quote, if Michael's acting wasn't great, at least his singing would be. We recorded all of Michael's spoken parts in the morning and finished the day with the song. And that's where Michael called in a little white guy. Okay, it continues. Hold on a second. To everyone's surprise, Jackson had brought someone along to perform the song for the show. Quote, this is Kip Lennon. He's my authorized sound-alike. Rice recalls Jackson telling them. Michael stood by laughing as Kip performed all the songs on that episode. It's an amazing impression, but if you watch the show again, you can tell that Kip is actually spoofing, imitating Michael to Jackson's delight. So he enjoyed it, and he himself was the one to, refer this guy to the creators of The Simpsons. Like, this dude really sounds like me, and he really enjoyed it. So that's the background story on that.
Wow. So they actually was in the studio around the same time recording this.
Yeah, and if you go to that to the interview where Kip Lennon is explaining the whole thing, the director or the producer or one of the guys that was doing on the show of The Simpsons, they were telling him like, oh, do one of MJ's grunts, and Kip was like, dude, he's standing right here. Like, the real thing is standing right next to me. Why would you have me doing his grunts when he's right here? And they were like, no, you have to do it. Right, that's
Do
crazy.
the hiccups and the grunts.
Yeah.
That is too funny. Oh man.
What's up, Jasmine? How you doing?
Wow. That's something
Yeah, so
that opens
that's
another
a crazy
chapter. I'm just
story.
like, what else, was there that this man
Yeah,
voiced?
right. Yeah. I'm still shocked and blown away by this. I did not know about this. I really didn't. So again, big shout out to Terry TJ for bringing this to our attention.
Maybe start another mystery. Everyone is still trying to figure out the puzzle of who sang the extra vocals on a majority of the songs on the Michael album in 2010.
Right. Maybe it was, part this guy too, even though the credits only go to, what's his face? Malachi?
Jason Malachi.
Yeah.
That's I'm like, you never know.
Yeah, it's
You
a
never
mystery.
know.
This man is really a Pandora's box, to be honest. Like, you find out so many things, and you try to find interesting topics, but you just can't keep up. with when it comes to Michael. He just had so many things, and of course, he always had to deal with people that went against him or his ideas, or didn't want to invest in him because of whatever reason back in the day or at that time. So he was like, okay, fine. You don't want to do it with me. I'll just get a guy who sounds just like me. You know?
That's slick though. I like that. MJ was always able to
I
pull
mean, he was.
something else.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, kudos to my MJ. I'm still mind blown, but kudos to you.
He's the real international man of mystery.
Right.
For real.
It just makes you wonder, like, how many things did you really pull off, making us believe or even think that it was you when it actually wasn't, and then you find out that it was somebody else that has
Seriously.
nothing to do with you, not even physically, not mentally, not nothing. I mean, just compare Kip Lennon to Michael. It has nothing to do with each other, but just so
Yeah.
happens that his voice, if they speed it up a little bit and they play around with the sounds and yada yada. I mean, you could think like, oh yeah, that's MJ. Oh look, the birthday girl made it. What's up, Terry?
She made it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Happy birthday,
Miss
Terry.
TJ.
Terry, it's your birthday. Sorry, I had to do it.
Oh man. That's
Hey
funny
Jasmine,
though.
how are you doing? How are you doing?
What's going on, everybody that's just joining? And there was another topic that I wanted to talk about. The late great Aaliyah. And as we know, recently her music was released to all social media platforms over the last month, which is good. So I'm happy for that, because everybody who listens to her was wondering, like, why wasn't her music released? And finally, her uncle Barry Hankerson released it from the vaults of Black Round Records. Now, this story ties to uh, R. Kelly and
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah's mom. Now, this is a this is a story that comes directly from Barry Hankerson. He was recently on the Dr. Oz show, and he had something to say regarding his sister Diane and her information that she knew regarding Aaliyah's relationship with R. Kelly. And he stated that she knew that Aaliyah and R. Kelly was messing around. And I'm just wondering, like, how much more does he actually know? Because if you are now speaking about this, and this is while R. Kelly is on trial for his crimes of being with minors, her name is coming up a lot. So now her uncle deciding to step forward and say that her mother knew that she was with R. Kelly, it speaks volumes, but at the same time, it also changes the story that has went around for a long time regarding her parents not knowing and them being blindsided by him marrying her. Now, according to Barry Hankerson, the mom just knew it all and she didn't do anything. And that's disheartening because she was only a kid. But I'm not speaking against anyone's parenting or anything. This is just regarding what he put out here recently. And I'm just like, wow. And this is his own sister that he's deciding to speak out against. And
Okay.
it makes me wonder, because over the years when people have made speculations about her knowing, she's gotten really angry about it. And maybe the reason why she's gotten angry is because there was some truth. And she just wasn't going to say herself that she actually knew any of the details of the extent of the relationship between Aaliyah and R. Kelly.
Right.
I mean, I knew her brother knew because he's the one that told her when he found out about her relationship with him that she better tell her parents or he will. And she never told. They just happened to get busted after it
Right.
was leaked that they got married.
I mean, it's sad. It's very sad. If it's true, it's very sad. You, as a mother, getting your daughter. I mean, I get what maybe she tried to do. Like, oh, since this guy is a huge producer and he can, bump her, to the stratosphere as a female artist or whatever, or get her a record deal before that, because as a mom, if that guy is interested in your daughter, and it was clearly noticeable on Robert's face. That's his real name, right? Robert.
Yeah.
That he was into Aaliyah like that. She was beautiful. I can't blame him for that. But it's still sad. I mean, she was just a kid.
And it just seems like now her name is coming up more than ever based upon this whole trial that he's going through, because everybody that seems to have taken the stand somehow mentioned her and mentioned their relationship. And it just makes me, like, no lie, it really depresses me because I'm like, damn, she's never going to be at peace. And
Mm-mm.
this situation that happened between her and R. Kelly when she was a minor is never going to go away. Forever, she's going to be tied to him no matter whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
And that's messed up. And I mean, if there is any truth to what Barry Hankerson is saying regarding Aaliyah's mother, Diane, knowing about the extent of their relationship, then I have to say that that's messed up. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. This could be just him speaking out for publicity, because you don't hear much from him at all. Like, you really don't hear from this man. So the fact that he's saying anything is just surprising to me.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what the reasons are behind it. Like, why didn't you step up before this?
Exactly.
Why didn't you stop it when you were on time, when Aaliyah was still alive? Like, why didn't you do that? Why?
Exactly.
Because you were cashing off of it? That's just me speculating. I'm not talking bad about anybody. That's just me speculating. Like, oh, you were getting your, slice of the cake, and you were eating it, you were enjoying it. Once, Aaliyah passed, unfortunately, maybe his share wasn't as big, or not at all, since, I guess, her brother and her parents took over her not her legacy, her estate, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, it's him being salty, or maybe he's telling the truth. Who knows? I don't know.
And that's another story that leaves you to wonder. But I'm just wondering what's going to come out of him actually saying this, and if they'll use what he said against R. Kelly, because they're just collecting up all this information from people being out in the public saying stuff, as well as people coming to and being subpoenaed to court to speak about it. I'm just like, wow. I'm just hoping, though, none of that is true, but I felt the need to speak on it. And I'm hoping that one day all of this will be put to rest.
I mean, especially for her, I mean, she deserves to be at peace. It's been how many years now that she's passed? Over
20.
20 years?
Yep. 20 years.
Right. So, I do believe that she deserves to rest. Her soul needs to rest. And this stuff, all this junk, all this stuff just needs to be taken care of. And, if anything, the truth needs to be revealed, and that will be it. Because I don't know if you read about it, but I read an article, and I don't know how much of it is true, but it's been speculated that right before her plane crash, um, they did some, I don't know, after her body was found or something, they did some testing and blah blah blah, and it resurfaced now that allegedly she was drugged. So I don't know how much of it is true. Like, if you have your to do something to you to potentially hurt you, you get what I'm saying?
Right. No, I get exactly what you're saying. And he also, her uncle Barry, had also mentioned something along the lines of the final video shoot, which was Rock the Boat. He said
Mm-hmm.
things might have been different if he or her mother was there with her. Maybe she'd still be here. Maybe they could have advised her differently about getting on that plane. It was just a whole emotional topic. I was like, wow. And I know that the whole family is feeling that 20 years later. But what are you guys saying out there in the comments? I
Yeah, I
have
mean,
one
it's
second. But go ahead, Duff.
very sad, that you know it's
You're breaking up.
life. No, this we're talking about of that little plane, and that you were that your plane was with to even make it or whatever, and that which caused alleged death in the first place.
You all right?
I
But
don't believe it
wow.
was an unfortunate accident either, to be honest.
No?
No, Miss Caribbeana says, I don't believe this was just an unfortunate accident. I, um, I don't believe it either. Like, there's too much going on. Maybe someone was behind, taking care of the situation, quote unquote. I don't know.
That's horrible, though. And I still can't believe it's been 20 years. Like, I was like the Aaliyah fan extraordinaire. Oh, man.
Hmm.
What's going on, everybody joining? I see a lot of y'all have just joined. I mean, do you guys have any questions
Hey,
for us?
hey, Yvette.
Her story is
Sandy
so
says,
sad. I
here
always
is an
liked her music.
FYI. 900
But
people have faked their death over the last 5 decades and gone into witness protection. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
I know, because that's been going on a lot. Impressive
And that's
number
the bad
simply
thing,
displaying
though,
how much
because,
surprise.
yeah. But I mean, with all these celebrities passing or not passing or faking their death or whatever, or quote unquote being in accidents, unfortunate accidents, like that, I don't know. There's just so much going on, and we don't know the real reasons behind it. And whether it's conspiracy or not, I don't know. But it's just too much that we don't know, and maybe we shouldn't even know.
You can pinpoint Michael's voice because of his speech impediment. Are you referring
What?
to the Simpsons episode?
What was his speech impediment? I didn't know that MJ had a speech impediment.
He had a little lisp, a small lisp. Because sometimes he tends to talk with his teeth.
I mean, yeah, his voice is very distinctive, and that's probably why they use only, the speaking of the real MJ and had the singing. My question is why? Like, what was the reason behind it?
Well, I guess this just proves he is the man of mysticism. Uh, what is the word that he liked to use? Escapism
Wonderment.
and wonderment. He was full of it all.
Yeah.
And this actually was another way to prove it can be done. I can have my body doubles, my stunt doubles, my stand-ins, uh, my vocal doubles. Apparently, even though this guy does sound slightly different, but you can tell though with that Simpsons episode.
Yeah, but I mean, you were shocked as well that even this guy was quote unquote used for, the American Dream movie, which
I
is
know.
still
I thought that was
incredible to me.
Wiley
Like,
Draper singing.
that's
I sw-
crazy. That's really crazy.
yeah, I swore that was him singing. Knew that was an MJ, but I thought that was Wiley Draper. So I'm like, the voice was completely different.
Remember, Michael has had a voice modulator for many years, Sandy says. I had no idea. Did you know?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
I have an unrelated question. Would like your opinion on why are fans that tell the truth out and out called haters? Because you're telling the truth and people don't like the truth. That's what it is. That's why you're being, I say you're, for all of us. That's why you're being called a hater because you say what it is. And some
Every
things,
now.
yeah, and some things you might be on point and sometimes you're wrong about it because we don't know, especially regarding MJ, we don't know what the hell this man was capable of because there's just so many things that we don't know about. And the only way to find out is if people that are trustworthy talk about it in interviews or in their books or whatever. That's the only way to find out.
What Simpsons episode number is it? I
I
don't
don't
even
know, to
know,
be honest.
but I think they removed it 2019 because of the whole LN scandal.
Hmm.
I remember that being a big deal that they removed the episode from airing anywhere because of that whole LN nonsense. Yeah, I didn't know about the voice modulator either. Henry says he has a speech impediment. Michael never put S on things that were plural.
Yeah, he has his own vocabulary.
Happy birthday cake.
It's the
I don't
happy
know.
birthday
That was
cake.
that was just random.
No, no, but that's funny though. No, but he did. That's true though. The with the S thing, he said instead of sometimes, he would say sometime, you know, and instead of children, he said children, stuff like that.
All the haters don't know anything about MJ or they feel threatened by him. You're right, Kristen. Henry Louise says he also has a speech impediment.
Yeah, but what is it though? I mean, what is it? What Daryl said that I know that he slurs his words a lot, and he talks a little bit nasally sometimes. I know that much, but as regarding to the modulator, whatever it's called, or other speech impediments, I don't know.
It was the first time I'm hearing it.
But is there any way that you can share the clips that I sent you, the California Raisins one and the Simpsons one, or you don't want to?
Hold on, let me see. Wait, you sent me the direct video, or was it the? Where did you get cut out?
I don't know.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard me. I said, do you want to play the little videos that I send you of the California Raisin one and the Simpsons one, or you don't want to risk it?
Hold on, let me see. Wait, when the heck did you send me the California Raisins one?
I send it on Messenger.
You know how much we talk.
We talk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but an accent, I get what you're saying, Terry, but an accent is not really a speech impediment to me. So I'm trying to figure out what Henry Louise is trying to say. Could you elaborate on that, please? I want to understand what my man's speech impediment was.
Let me see. Can I share it?
There were no links under neither of the videos that I sent you, so hopefully we don't get flagged.
Well, we'll find out. Happy birthday, cake.
Bart, it's 6 a.m. That's right. Hope you like your present. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lisa, it's your birthday. God bless you this day. Give me the gift of a little sister, and I'm proud of you today. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
You get it?
Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Will you stop? You're cracking up.
I can't help it. I told you.
What's up, Joanne Thompson?
Oh my God. But no, that was not him. Hold on, let me see if I can find the other one. That's funny though. Oh my God. I can't.
But that's not the one that I sent you, Daryl, where you see Michael.
Wait, which? Hold on. I can't find the link to the one you sent me, so I tried to look for it on YouTube. That link is like
Do you want me to resend it to you?
I mean, if you're able to, because that link is probably like 100 messages.
Yeah, but I have.
Oh wow!
I mean, I would have to get out and come back in.
Don't leave me.
I'll be back.
No,
I will be back.
don't leave.
Don't leave me.
leave.
No, I'll come back.
Don't leave me alone.
I'll be back. I promise.
She's leaving me alone. I just said don't leave me alone. What am I supposed to do now? Let me stop. No, but she's going to try to find the link. Let me see what y'all are saying down here. You see them sing it live? Alana says, I think it was an Indiana thing. People in Indiana do talk like that. My kids live in Indiana and have picked up this too. Oh, what's up, Joanne? It's been a while. What's going on? Rachel was cracking up. I'm sorry. It got that episode like every time. Penny says she loves the raisins. Henry says, I live in Indianapolis. Hoosier accent is different from an impediment. Yeah, she's on Instagram. TJ says he was proud that MJ picked him, and he said out of respect for him, he would never imitate MJ. He just happened to sound like him. Thank you for that donation, Janesta. Thank you, Mr. B and Dove. Andrew, love you both. Love you as well. Thank you. You are not alone. We are here with you. Another day is gone. No, I don't want to do that to y'all. Oh, you're telling her about your social media. Here she is. You left me all alone.
I told you I was coming back. I just sent it to you on Messenger.
I'm messing with you. Let me see. It's your birthday.
Terry, it's your birthday.
Pause. All right. I need to switch screens real fast. Hold on. Let me switch screens real fast and go to that one.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Janessa, for that super chat.
All right, here we go. Him working it out with the raisins.
That's the alleged leaked footage.
Let me stop. MJ said, don't do that again. You have to do it funkier.
Yeah, funkier.
Says, sing it, Daryl. Love it. Oh, man. That's funny. California sunshine. Oh man, those commercials though back then with the raisins. I used to
Do
love
you
those.
do you realize that that's kind of like the same clay kind of thing that he did with Speed Demon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wow. To do that. Yes, do that to us, Mr. B. That's too funny.
What year was that? I have no idea, but the way his hair was looking. So I guess that era.
I sense it was 1988.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah. So what is that? That era?
Yeah, that's the bad era.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow, Travis Payne.
Wow.
You're getting up there, Missy, with your video being shared by Mrs. Jackson, excuse me, Frances Jackson. That's really amazing.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
You was 4 years old. How old was I? I think I was 3.
What year was it? 80 what?
88.
Oh, I was 8. Only 1 year after I fell in love with this man after watching Moonwalker.
Oh man, that was one of my favorite movies growing up. Used to watch that all the time when we had the VHS.
I couldn't stop crying when he was, hugging and holding Katie. I was like, I want to be Katie. I want him to hold me like that. I want to be the little blonde, cute girl. And him saying, I'm so glad you're okay.
No, I used to always imitate the kid, Brandon Adams, the way he danced during the Smooth Criminal segment.
Mm-hmm.
I used to always imitate that part.
Hey, that kid is so funny.
Yeah.
800 views. Wow, that's a lot.
That's a nice amount.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Caribbeana says, I saw a video explaining MJ's voice, and I would like to know what you think about it. I'll send it to you, Daryl, if that's okay. Yeah, you could send it to me. Send it to me on Instagram, because I know you follow me on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a long time. Twitter got scary.
Oh, so Miss Caribbeana follows you on Instagram?
I think on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter.
So I was telling her to message me on Instagram if she's not already following me on Instagram.
Oh, because I was going to tell her if she doesn't want to go through the whole thing and rewatch the whole, or go back to see in the comment section what my Instagram name is. To just, look up your followers and who you're following. I'm right there.
But do you guys have any questions for us? Oh my gosh, I'm so old. You guys just made me realize how old. Really, Sandy? Yes.
Daryl, can you put my could you put my Instagram in the comments, please, for Miss Luciana? Terry is doing her thing.
Yes,
you should.
Indeed.
I'm gonna mess with you, Terry. You should ask Mrs. Jackson, like, hey, are we gonna split this point or what? I'm joking. I'm joking. There you go. That's my Instagram name, Miss Caribbeana.
But yeah, thank you guys for always tuning in every week that we decide to go live. It's always amazing that you guys join us for these chats, and I'm glad we can have these conversations as per always. Oh, let me put mine in the chat. Hold on. Here it goes. Well, yeah, it's our first podcast back, and there was 24 y'all here, so we appreciate that you guys always give us the chance to voice our opinions on all of these various topics, and we love the fact that you guys are here for it, and you guys teach us just as much as we teach you guys with the shit that we bring. Yes. Like, we learn just as much from you guys as you learn from us, so we appreciate you guys, and we pray that we can continue to do this for 10 seasons if we can.
If we can.
Yeah, God willing.
Janesta, you still don't know that Dove Angel and Wessels Amalia is the same person when we've been talking back and forth on Glorious Lives? That was so funny. She was like, "Wait, Dove, is that you?" I was like, "Yeah, girl, that's me."
Shameless plug, you gotta believe. Video is up on IG about depression. Please watch. You know I'm gonna be tuned in. You're so welcome, my buddy. I love you both. Both of you make my day. Thank you.
Oh,
that's
thank
really
you,
nice
Penny.
to say, Penny. 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 It's my buddy.
Oh, you got a new video up, Terry?
Yeah.
Gotta watch it.
I'll be checking it out after this live. Please,
Yeah.
Daryl and Dove and all go to Telegram. Truth is out there. It's all for love. I have to see what that is.
Right. And what's I mean, if you could say what name we're looking for on Telegram, maybe that's helpful because, my storage is really, really up there on my phone. Like, my husband takes up all the storage. And I mean, my husband, meaning MJ, he takes up all my damn storage.
I think it's because of him.
Right.
They're all there because of him.
Fault.
And we hope
It's
that
fault,
will
Michael.
continue. With him leading the way. But yes, thank you guys for tuning into us this week. I am going to hop off of this podcast and go get something to eat because I'm feeling nibblish. I'm trying to get out of the word usage of the word starving, as I always tend to use. Like, I always go, "Oh, I'm starving," but no, I'm not. That's not a nice thing to say. But yes, thank you guys once again for joining us for the season premiere of season 6 of our podcast. We are so grateful that you guys are here with us each week that we do this. But Dove, do you have anything that you want to say to our peeps out here?
No, just a big shout out to every single one of you who has brought something to the channel and for us to all with information and all that good stuff. If any of you haven't noticed or known, I wrote a fan fiction. It's up on Gloria Ellis's channel, who's King of Pop Radio. It's called Dirty Diana the Story. If you're all into that, please check it out. And yeah, that's about it. Much love to everybody. Thank you all again. And next week.
And also, one more thing. Happy birthday, TJ. TJ, it's your birthday. Like, no, Daryl, just no. Well, yeah, happy birthday, and we are out of here. Later.
Later.